start off with a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25. Then I also have a very vanilla, and it is 5.25 by 4. And you see it gives a nice edge around, so you can see the green at the sides. Okay. Now, because I want the card to look like we are peering through the bush to the bird in the nest, I'm going to use the circle die that comes with the Bird and Branches die set. And I'm going to put that in the center of the very vanilla. Okay, so I'm just going to run that through the machine right now. Okay, so here is the cutout that I've done. And notice the detail, right? So we're going to be peeking in at the bird inside on the nest. So I love the detail in that. It's just beautiful. Okay, now comes the fun part, decorating the very vanilla. So you probably see on here I have my little stamps that I've been doing. So this comes with the Birds and Branches set, the stamp set. So I'm using the small branch. Okay, I'm going to do it in a soft suede. And what I want for the effect, because I'm not going to color too much around here, I want it to get lighter and lighter. So the darker colors out on the outer edge, the lighter colors closer to the center. So I'm just going to take the small branch, do that, and then I don't put more ink on it again. As I get closer, I have it. So then there, I'm going to stamp the branches in the soft suede, and then I'm going to do a similar thing with the leaves and the garden green. So I'm going to stamp them on the garden green, and the darkest ones are going to go on the darkest brown, and then you just line them up. And then it's just going to get lighter the closer you get to the inside. Okay, so we get that appearance. So I'm going to finish doing the rest of this. I'll turn off the tape because I'm sure it'll be pretty boring for you to watch all of this. See you shortly. And there it is, finished. So there's different shades of green and brown, and there's only two colors used, soft suede and garden green. So the first stamp will be the darkest, and then the next stamp slightly higher, and then the third one even lighter in color still. So that way you can get the different tones, different shades. It kind of looks like we have like a little shrub there, and that the bird in the nest is going to be inside this shrub, and we are peeking in at him. Okay? Or her, I guess, if she's sitting on the nest. That could be either one, right? Anyways, so that's how you do that. And it's a great effect. You only need two colors. And just remember not to ink in between. And you can usually get about 3 stamps, sometimes 4. Depends on how hard you are pressing down as well. Okay? So when doing the bird, the first thing I'm going to do is take the solid bird, stamp it in the Seaside Spray, and then I'm going to take the partial bird, has little openings there, and stamp it with the Blueberry Bushel. That way the Seaside Spray will show through and it'll give it some light highlights, and it has more dimension. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp up the solid one. That's why the photopolymer stamps are excellent, because you can see exactly where it's going. So it's really nice. Okay, so that's the whole thing in the Seaside Spray. And I'm not concerned that it's not solid, because the birds are not a solid color. Okay, and we're going to add another one, right? So now I'm going to take the partial one and do it in the Blueberry Bushel. And I'm going to line this up exactly. And that's how it looks once you add the blueberry bushel. So you get the different hues, it's multicolor, it looks realistic, right? A bird is not a solid color. So that's the bird stamped. And the next to be stamped is the nest. I'm doing it in a soft suede. It's textured, should give it some nice dimension. If you want, you could always dab it with a few different colors. I think what I'm going to do is just press a little harder in some spots than others. Hopefully it'll look like it's two different colors. But because it's all soft suede, it should blend together nicely. Okay. Let's see when we get her stamped. Let's see if the light and dark worked. Not bad. Okay. So there's the nest. So now we just use the dies and we cut those out. And after using the dies, we get the nest and we get the bird. And they're all done and ready for the card. Finally, you want to put everything together. So I would recommend putting the bird down and then the nest on top. And then putting the top down, taking a look to see if it's where you want everything to go, okay? And then you can adjust things on the inside so that they are exactly as you want them. Okay, so you just play around with them and move them. And then when you have them exactly where you want, let's lift this off and then attach these in that spot. Okay, so I've glued on the bird and the nest. Now for the top part, okay, because I want height to make it look like we're peering into the shrub, I have put on 2 layers of dimensionals. Okay, so I've doubled them up, give it extra height. And then when I put it on, okay, it's gonna look like, right? It's going to give me that extra height, okay? And it's gonna give the card depth. It's gonna really look like we are peering in a brush or a shrub at the bird. Okay, so I finally attached it, and there is the finished card. Okay, thank you for watching.